Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio November 19, 2024. The moon visits your solar house today, and you gravitate to activities that revolve around getting rest, time to reflect, and observing. It's a time for regrouping and an inner tune-up, but not the best for getting noticed, and it's best to plan accordingly. Look for areas where you may be overdoing things due to restlessness. While a tendency to jump to conclusions should be tamed today, this can be an exciting time for new ideas, particularly about work and health matters. You might come up with grand ideas that need polishing later but could have merit. Ideas for improving health or for new work methods can emerge now. However, beware of a tendency to make a whole lot out of nothing if people are jumping to conclusions. Try not to make rash decisions based solely on today's events. An absolutely magnificent period awaits you today and tomorrow. With water sign energy swishing sweetly across the heavens, you will feel right at home within our element. The mighty sun, now orbiting in the degrees of your solar house of romance and passion, will peer over to majestic Neptune, who is spinning in your solar house of expanse. This ensures that you can feel a spiritual connection to your lover today, especially if you're willing to bring philosophy, magic, or religion into your rapport and routine. Consider ways of expanding your soul connection, which could happen organically. Think positively to feel confident in your work environment. Do not let anxiety get the best of you when the moon in Gemini sextiles Chiron retrograde in Aries. You might be extra sensitive about your career path, especially if you are forging your way. There are times when your anxiety could bring you down since your career path is something that you are always thinking about. As the cosmic energy unfolds today, you should make an effort to stop any anxious thoughts in their tracks. Thinking positively can help you feel more confident about your career path. Today's astral energy leaves you feeling alive and open to new things. The best complement to these emotional energies is a diet that's easy to process and stretching your body. Light foods such as soups, salads, and fish can be very satisfying for the entire body. Remember to eat slowly to allow for the maximum benefit of a meal. Exercise in the morning is recommended. Drink plenty of water, preferably at room temperature. Go over your finances today. It's a day, and the vibration of this will enhance your ability to crunch numbers. Consider whether or not all of the hard work you're doing day in and day out is paying off for you. Are you making the money you should? Or are you sticking with your job for the sake of familiarity or security, rather than looking to put your efforts towards something more lucrative? Give such things thought and consideration, and if possible, do a little research. At the same time that the Sun is spending his last weekend in a playful and creative part of your chart and Saturn his first full day in an adventurous part, Venus is spending her first and Pluto his last weekend in your relationship sector. With events during the working week having revealed a powering up on the income, work, and career fronts and the Sun's return to your work sector next week set to put more light on this, the weekend brings a timely reminder about knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off. There is too much happening on the other side of life's fence today. It is just as the Sun is spending his last weekend in your romantic sector, Venus is spending her first and Pluto his last in your relationship sector. Away from the noise of the working week, this is a day for making both matters of the heart and your relationships a priority, and in both cases, for looking to the future. While in both cases the journey will continue, with the Sun and Pluto leaving next week, there is a need to pay attention. Our eyes in the sky. Today's celestial alignment brings with it a powerful mix of energies, exciting, yet delicate, encouraging you to stay present, aware, and open-hearted. The moon in Gemini joins Jupiter in retrograde, while also squaring Neptune in retrograde, bringing opportunities for growth, but also potential pitfalls if you're not careful. It's one of those days where the universe is nudging you to tune in, trust your instincts, and take a thoughtful approach to both your personal interactions and your larger ambitions. Read the room is the key phrase for today. Whether you're in a casual hangout, a professional meeting, or just spending time with loved ones, today's cosmic energy encourages you to tune into the subtle signals that are being sent your way. The conjunction of the Moon and Jupiter retrograde heightens communication, so words, gestures, and energy are amplified. But Neptune's influence can make things a bit blurry, leading to misunderstandings or missed cues. Maybe you've been in a situation where you said something that landed completely wrong, or a moment that should have been lighthearted turned awkward in an instant. Don't worry if this happens to you, Toda. Why, instead of letting it derail your mood, make light of it and move forward. In these situations, a little humor and humility can go a long way to clear the air. Have you ever noticed how a slight misstep can sometimes lead to a deeper connection? A shared laugh over an awkward moment often brings people closer. Today, that's especially true. If you do find yourself misinterpreting something, stay grounded, be quick to reset, and keep your energy upbeat. Chances are, those around you will appreciate your positive vibe and your ability to move past small bumps with ease. In your personal life, the same cosmic currents that make social dynamics tricky also enhance your ability to connect authentically. You're radiating warmth and enthusiasm, drawing people to you like a magnet. This is one of those days where your energy feels contagious. Think about the times when you were around someone whose enthusiasm lifted your spirits. Today, you get to be that person. The simple act of sharing your excitement and determination can inspire those around you to take bold steps in their own lives. Whether you're collaborating with a friend or working alongside colleagues, your positive attitude and initiative will help create opportunities for mutual growth. We all know how powerful positivity can be. One small act of kindness or a thoughtful gesture can have ripple effects that are felt far beyond what you might expect. If you've ever been the recipient of someone else's energy, you know that it can fuel your own dreams and inspire action. Today, you are the catalyst for that kind of energy. Lean into it, knowing that your ability to connect and uplift others is part of the magic happening around you. Now, here's where today's energy calls for some balance. With Venus squaring the North and South nodes, there's a strong push to move forward in love and finances. You might feel an overwhelming urge to act decisively, to leap into something new, whether it's a new romantic connection, an investment, or a personal project. But with this intensity comes the risk of making rash, impulsive decisions that might not align with your long-term goals. Today's energy also invites you to be mindful of how you engage with others. The potential for minor conflicts or misunderstandings is high, especially if conversations or debates get heated. Have you ever been in a light-heat discussion that spiraled into something much more intense than you expected? This is exactly what the current planetary influences are encouraging. Small disagreements could easily escalate into something bigger, especially if egos get involved. If you feel a conversation starting to turn into a conflict, take a moment to recalibrate. Keep things light and constructive. The goal here isn't to win but to foster understanding. And if you encounter someone else being impulsive or reactive, try to meet them with patience and compassion. Today, a little empathy can go a long way in diffusing tension. Ultimately, today's celestial influences are all about balancing enthusiasm with caution, action with reflection, and connection with mindfulness. It's a day where embracing your natural energy can lead to beautiful growth, both in your relationships and within yourself. Whether you're pursuing a personal goal, deepening a connection, or simply enjoying the present moment, take action with intention and authenticity. You have the power to navigate these energies in a way that benefits not only you but everyone you interact with.